Have you ever just stared at your YouTube analytics and thought, why on earth is the algorithm completely ignoring me? I mean, you're putting in the hours, you're optimizing every single pixel, and yet, crickets. Your channel just feels stuck. It's incredibly frustrating, right? But listen, it is actually not your fault. The rules of the game have totally shifted for 2026. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we are going to demystify this crazy new digital landscape. We're diving deep into the creator's blueprint, conquering YouTube in 2026. We'll break down exactly what the modern platform actually wants from you and how you can use this very blueprint to finally build that thriving channel you've been working toward.
Here is the funnel framework we'll be tackling today. We're looking at 1. The 2026 algorithm reality. 2. Finding hidden content gaps. 3. Mastering YouTube SEO. 4. Thumbnails and A/B testing. 5. The power of shorts. And finally, 6. Building sustainable monetization.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the 2026 algorithm reality. This is all about viewer satisfaction over cheap clicks. Okay, we really have to stop chasing the ghost of raw views. The old priority was literally just getting a click at any cost. And honestly, that led to a massive era of hollow, super frustrating clickbait. But today's reality is completely different. The new priority is genuine viewer satisfaction and watch time. The algorithm is now driven by AI that analyzes large language models. It doesn't just count clicks anymore, it practically watches your videos. It parses the semantic context of your transcripts, it looks at your pacing, and it monitors viewer behavior to detect if they're actually satisfied. Think about it. A tightly crafted, highly engaging 5-minute video with a 70% retention rate will absolutely crush a fluffy, dragged-out 10-minute video. You just can't trick the system anymore. You have to deliver undeniable value. So how do you deliver that value? That takes us to Section 2, finding hidden content gaps. This is the discovery phase. Get this, 1 million views. That is what one creator achieved recently, and it wasn't because they had some massive Hollywood budget or a huge existing fan base. They literally just paid attention. When YouTube Shorts first launched, every single tutorial out there was about how to upload them from your phone. But this creator realized there was this massive silent majority of people who wanted to upload shorts directly from their PCs, and no one, literally no one, was showing them how. So they made a no-nonsense video filling that exact gap. The result? The algorithm rewarded them with 1 million views practically overnight. That's the crazy leverage you get when you find exactly what's missing. But you can't just guess what these gaps are, right? You've got to put your detective hat on before you even touch a camera. First up, use the Analytics Research tab. It's an absolute goldmine because it shows you exactly what your specific audience is already typing into the search bar. Second, you want to scour competitor comments. If one person took the time to actually type out a specific question, you better believe thousands of others are wondering the exact same thing. And third, always verify that interest over time using Google Trends. You want to make sure you're catching a rising wave, not just jumping onto a fad right as it dies. All right, moving right along to Section 3, Mastering YouTube SEO, or as I like to call it, feeding the machine. To feed this AI machine, you really have to speak its language. Here are the hard and fast rules. Write a minimum of 200 to 250 words per description. And look, this isn't just busy work. It gives the AI the dense context it needs to accurately recommend your stuff. Next, place your absolute primary keyword in the first 70 characters. That's what we call above the fold, meaning people and the AI see it instantly without clicking Show More. Also, include timestamps and chapters. This is a game changer for retention because it lets viewers skip right to the answers they need instead of getting annoyed and clicking off. Finally, toss in 3 to 5 highly relevant hashtags to really lock down your niche. Now for Section 4, thumbnails and A/B testing. Because let's face it, getting discovered in search means nothing if you can't secure the click and the view. I see creators stressing out all the time over their click-through rates, comparing themselves to these impossible viral unicorn videos. Take a deep breath. YouTube actually states that a normal baseline CTR is anywhere between 2 and 10%. A good CTR isn't some magical standard, it's literally just anything above your own channel's historical average. You're only ever competing against yourself, aiming for just a little bit of improvement every time you hit publish. Now, we really need to clear up a massive misconception about YouTube's A/B testing feature. It does not just blindly reward the thumbnail with the highest click-through rate. No way. It uses a super sophisticated metric called watch time share. This measures which thumbnail variant attracts clicks and keeps those viewers watching the longest. It ties perfectly back to that core 2026 algorithm reality. If you use a misleading, over-the-top thumbnail, sure, you might steal the initial click, but when that viewer realizes they've been tricked and they bounce 10 seconds later, that thumbnail is actually going to lose the test. So when you do run these A/B tests, you need to treat it like a science experiment. Don't change everything at once. Round 1 is for your big swings. Think totally different concepts, like a really expressive face versus no face at all. Round 2 is for medium adjustments, like tweaking the text phrasing or bumping up the color contrast. And round 3, that's for the micro refinements. Oh, and here's the golden rule. Let your tests run for 7 to 14 days. You need real, solid data, not just snap judgments based on early noise. This brings us to Section 5, the power of shorts. This is your ultimate discovery engine. Just look at this breakdown. 70% of all YouTube watch time now happens on mobile devices. That means vertical video is no longer just some optional side quest. It is absolutely mandatory. You have to meet your audience exactly where they live, right? They're scrolling on their commute, standing in line for coffee, chilling on the couch. If you aren't making vertical content, you're literally ignoring how the vast majority of the world consumes media today. I know a lot of traditional long-form creators are super anxious about this. They worry that shorts will somehow cannibalize their channel or ruin their audience's attention span. Let me reassure you right now, that is not true. Shorts act as the perfect top-of-funnel introduction to your longer stuff. A viral short is like a quick, friendly handshake. It brings fresh eyes into your ecosystem. And once they trust you in that short format, they are so much more primed to sit down and watch your deep dive, long-form videos. And finally, we've reached the bottom of our funnel. Section 6, Building Sustainable Monetization, the ultimate prize. This is a pretty tough pill to swallow, but 70% of content creators earn under $500 a year. That number should be a massive wake-up call if your only game plan is just sitting around waiting for AdSense money. If you rely entirely on ads, your income is going to wildly fluctuate from month to month. You're basically leaving your entire livelihood at the mercy of unpredictable algorithm changes and random advertiser shifts. The only way to build real, lasting financial stability in this space is through deliberate diversification. Think of it like building pillars. Ad revenue is your first pillar. It's accessible, but volatile. So you reinforce it with sponsorships, which are incredibly stable if you have a loyal niche. Then you add merchandise, which gives your fans a tangible piece of your brand, even if the logistics take some effort. And finally, you build subscriptions, like Patreon, for that highly predictable direct support. The absolute best creators out there weave all of these together. That way, if one stream takes a hit, the rest of your empire stays standing. When you step back and look at everything we've talked about in this explainer, it all boils down to this one core philosophy. The creators who actually succeed long-term are the ones who fiercely prioritize their audience's needs over trying to game the algorithm. Consistently delivering true, satisfying value, that is and always will be the only real algorithm hack. The machine has evolved. It's looking for genuine value, and now you have the exact blueprint to deliver it. So the only question left for you is, what hidden gap will you fill today? Get into your analytics, start running those A/B tests, and go build your empire. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep creating, and I'll see you next time.